there are a couple of errors. You're using account numbers that are not correct.
You mean cost code?
Now, if you go to our budget for 2007, and you go to highway appropriations, under machinery.
What page number you got there?
There's no page numbers on our budget.
No,
Page
the report.
15 on your financial statement.
Yeah.
And it's under machinery. Machinery capital, equipment and capital outlay is DA 513. Well, here it's 02, but it's 0.2. Is 16,038. And our
What are you talking
budget.
about? That's not the budget. This is the actual. This is the report that shows what we spent last year.
Our actual in our budget, if you let me finish, is 16,038. Our financial shows 29,588. It's off $13,550. The next line is DA 513004. That number is correct at 15,189. The bottom line in our budget, which is actual, is $31,227. You have $44,777. If you go down to capital project funds, this $13,550 belongs down there.
Okay.
It's in our budget, but it's not here. So that's where it belongs. And this account number above that, which is DA.
Why don't you email me this? We could have made the correction. It's a math error. You sat here with me doing this budget. That's your budget.
I didn't do the financial. Our budget is fine. This financial I just got, Brian. I compared this to this. The account number's not correct in the amount. I just compared this to our financials.
Is the bottom line number the same?
Except capital projects, the amount in capital projects is not. So now when you talk about doing a highway garage, does this affect the bottom line for our capital projects and our capital reserves?
No, there's a budget one there.
Which one do you want?
That one there, yeah.
The bottom line is the same, but not in our capital projects fund. This went into a general expense and not a capital projects fund.
I don't know why you're being really rude to this gentleman who works for us.
You know, I'm just trying to, if you had a problem
We're all
with
trying to
a
come to
math error or
an
something.
understanding here. If there's something wrong, we'll work it out. But
I
you don't
see
have
a
to
lot
be
of
so
things
rude to
here.
him.
I'm not being rude, I'm being factual.
Well,
you consider it rude, I'm sorry.
I consider it rude.
Send an email. You were supposed to send me emails if you came up with some.
Why can't we discuss it here? Is there a problem with us discussing it here and not in an email format?
Whatever you
This is a very minor,
You know, I'm not here to be crucified or grilled. I'm trying to help you guys do your budget.
Right.
this is a very minor detail. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I'd like to have Brian at this point go over the general idea of how a budget works, because apparently you didn't understand, Carol, the
Wait a minute,
unexpended balance at the end of the year. No, that's what you brought the questions to me about. Where that money at the end of the year gets rolled into.
I listened to two things. I listened to there's $20,000 left in 2008, and that's our unexpended balance. That's what you think is going to. So what's an unexpended balance, Brian?
I answered that already. I'm not going to do it again. Come on, you guys. If you guys got some real questions for me, give me a call. This is ridiculous. You want to sit here and listen to yourself talk all night. We told you there's $377,000 in general, $135 in highway. And that's it.
What's the unexpended balance in our
just
budget
told you.
for 2009? Answer the question. We pay your
Carol,
No, you're asking me what part of the unexpended balance are we going to use then? You phrase your questions properly, you learn how to do your accounting right, and then you ask me some questions.
Sorry, I don't work for you. You work for me. I want the answer.
Listen, Brian.
You are rude. I am not going to sit here and listen to this. You got real questions. You send me an email and we'll discuss it. You have no accounting knowledge whatsoever, and you're just wasting my time.
You know what the problem is? You can't answer the questions. That's the
I'll
problem.
answer any real questions. You don't even know how to phrase your questions because you have no idea how to do accounting.
You can't answer them. And the next time you point your finger at me, you'll see
I'll
what
put it in. There's 7 in general and 135
Come on, Carol, sit down.
That's the problem. I don't work for you. You work for this town. You answer my questions.
Carol, please.
No, please with the gavel.
Come on.
I want answers.
Sit down.
You know what? I'm not going to sit down.
Sit down.
You're out of control.
No.
Come on, both of you.
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's very good.
You know,
If you don't like it, too bad. If he can't answer my questions, I represent people in this town. I want answers to those questions.
We We all represent people in this town.
That's right.
We try to be respectful to the people we employ.
Oh, really? Well, I want respect back. I want answers to those questions.
you
It
started
doesn't
with-
balance out.
You started the
No,
tone.
you know what? Chris, the problem is, you accept this, and I don't.
I'd never get a chance to ask a question.
Oh, well, you know what? Because the baby has to run out. If he's a professional, he'd answer the question.
You know,
No,
what,
he wouldn't.
I don't know if I would stay here and take the crap that was just thrown at him. I mean,
Oh.
that's not very professional. I have to say, you could have rephrased it a little bit.
You say,
easier.
I don't have
I know
to-
you didn't get the answers you
Let
wanted.
me tell you something. I
but you didn't
printed
answer
out
for him.
right off the state website 2004, 2005, and 2006 numbers, which the state has right on the website for Clermont. And when I listen to Clermont's gonna go broke, this guy tells Germantown the same thing and Livingston the same thing. 3 towns listen to the same thing that I listen to, and I don't buy
No one
it.
said Clermont was going to go broke.
I beg to
You're
differ.
twisting what was
I
said.
don't
You are
think so.
exactly
And I listened to all the revenues I looked up for 2005, 2006, and
It's just a,
2007.
I'm sorry,
Nope.
it's a storm of numbers that in the end don't make any sense. You're just making noise.
No, I beg to differ. I
Carol.
listened to Clermont's taxes could potentially go up 29 cents, which is seriously gonna affect people, Ray. If you don't think I'm gonna fight for that, you're dead
Don't you
wrong
think
about
all
me.
of us are fighting for this?
Well, I'm the only one who had any questions about what went on here.
Excuse me, you were the person who jumped in, and no one had any chance to talk to him
I
before
mean-
you threw him out of the room.
What did you have to answer?
I don't have to ask
Oh, you don't have to answer to
Carol, I don't know. I'd like to really go over this again because I personally don't think you understand how this works.
Oh, Ray, I have to tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I think I'm the only one who understands, because I've done it for 10 or 11 years. I'm the only one who asked about an unallocated balance or an unappropriated balance. Does anybody know what that is?
He doesn't even know what it is,
Oh.
Carol. He has never heard the term. He said
If
it was meaningless.
I know you've been doing this for 10 years, and you've
Well, I
seen
have
the
to-
revenues going down every year, but yet you still
Ray,
count the revenues the same
revenues
year after year.
wrong.
How can that be
See, that's
possible?
another wrong thing. Go on the state
The
website.
revenues are wrong?
2005.
Garbage in, garbage out.
2005.
You're proceeding in a hostile manner that's not serving the interests of the members of the town.
2006
So we
revenues
can't come to understand
were
how
up.
this was derived.
You're wrong.
So you can't, you're obstructing everyone trying to understand how this is derived, to understand how it is going to work.
That's
By your
completely
throwing
erroneous.
this guy out and attacking
No.
him before he had a chance to leave, before he had a chance to defend himself, is obstructing the information getting to the whole town. I'm sorry, but you have just really made a problem for everybody to understand how this works.
I'm really sorry if a professional can't get his point across or answer a question.
Well, he
He's a
wasn't
professional.
dressed professionally.
He's a professional, he
I
doesn't have to
disagree.
sit here and listen and be accused and listen to abuse.
Well,
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna stop the conversation at that. I would like to give a general description of how our budget works. And I hope that people can somewhat understand this, and they can follow their own numbers, and come in and see us if there's any question, because this is a very simple formula. You have a certain amount of bills. You have a certain amount of revenue. You're left with a gap in revenue.